So like I said before the break there, guys, I've got a little 1/4 ounce jig here with just a little twister on the end of it. Nothing real special, salt and pepper twister. But that's going to be the key today, I think, is figuring out what kind of grub they like. The black and blue, I'm pretty confident with a jig, just the way a jig naturally falls in the presentation of a jig, that they're going to like the jig, but they need something, just a little bit of twist on the end of it, just at that last second, just to make them say, ah, yeah, I'll take it. You know, I want to try to be my goal today is to be the pizza delivery guy. You know, I want to deliver it right to their door, so I want to drop it right down on their head. And as I go along here, I've checked the water depths at different periods along the road here, along the dam here. Some places 4 foot deep, some places 18 foot deep. So I'm going to try and stay in a range between 7 and 12 foot, but I want to be able to be in contact with the bottom the whole time. So right here, it's 6 foot deep. I'm just kind of hopping it. Now whenever the boat goes far enough in front to where the line drags behind me, I want to bring it in. I don't necessarily want it to drag behind the boat. I want to try and be up and down on their head. Maybe a little bit of an angle is not bad, but for all intents and purposes, you want to be straight up and down. There's our geese. Y'all hear my geese? Driving me nuts. Been squawking the whole time we've been here. Now I'm not too concerned about stumps in the water and stuff like that unless I can feel them down in the depths, because like I said, the water's cold and we're either going to have to knock them on the head just to get some excitement here. So we just shallowed up to 4 foot of water, so I'm just going to dunk it on this side of the boat. I went down to 12, so it's a real nice little drop right there. Now on the sides of these drops, I'm not really sure if they've got if there's rocks down there or exactly what's down there, but there's definitely some structure down there. I don't know if maybe they knocked a bunch of trees and stuff down or exactly what they did, but because if my depth finder tells me I'm at 12 feet and it takes 10 seconds for that jig to get there, then it's falling faster than a foot per second. And just the opposite, if you're at 10 foot and it gets there in 12 seconds, you know you're not falling quite enough. Yeah, see, I can see the little structure, little humps and little... There we go. Goofball. He's not too bad. There we go. So see, that's perfect. That's when you see how the hook was right in the top of his mouth, that's exactly how they're supposed to be. It's exactly where you want that hook to hit him, is right in the top of the face. It's a real good hard penetration area. There's 5 foot of water. Eight, 9, 10. See, it's just kind of weird. Cause just kind of, you feel a little hop, and there's just a tap, just one little tap, just like that. Another small one. They're kind of boring in the cold water. They don't get real excited and jump all around. He's a little bit better than that last. Now, you know, if you put your trolling motor on 1 or really slow, you can kind of creep down the bank and you really don't have to recast or cast. It'll go behind the boat a little bit, but you can move with it. You know, you can almost walk down the boat and just kind of hop it just to give it some action. You know, a little twister tail on the back gives it some action. And the jig, just the hairs of a jig, if it's rubber or if it's hair, either way. That's just natural action in the water. It just gives it that, you know, that look of life to it. Check it out. Run your finger up and down the line. Make sure everything's on the up and up. Those are pretty boring fish when it's cold out, aren't they? Wow. That's bizarre. You guys got to check this out. Look at the... It almost like burn marks on the bottom of that fish's lips. Both sides. Of course, we got moss in that one where I just horsed him out of the rocks, but It almost looks like he'd been locking jaws with another fish and he'd been losing. Straight down, straight down. I can't stress to you how important it is just to keep it straight down. It's kind of hop, hop, hop. And it'll just get heavy. Just get heavy just like that. Wasn't much to him. He's a little guy, little baby. But he's a bass. He's a good bass. Now see, he's fatter than that last one. I don't know if you can see that girth on it. But again, he is hooked right in the top of the head. Just see, because the interesting thing on a jig too is that bass always eat things head first. So if think about this. If that jig goes in that bass's mouth in this direction, when you set the hook, it basically, inside of its mouth, it has to turn around, come back out, and penetrate it. And that's what I'm getting at when I say you don't want to have that 6-foot sweep, because they're going to eat it head first like that. Well, right now, that hook is the wrong direction for where it needs to be in that fish's mouth, obviously. So you don't want that huge, real quick set, and just as it's turning, it's going to pull right out of there. Give them just that little bit of space to allow it to, even that little fish, I mean, you wouldn't think it'd fit it in his mouth, but he did. Didn't have no problem fitting it in there. See the girder there, I just followed it right out, and there's still a little flat, this little hump that sticks way out here. I don't know exactly how far out it goes, but it seems like it goes quite a ways. Put a little bit more line out. Try and keep that 9 o'clock if you can. There's a pig. There's a good one. Oh, he's under the boat. Come here. Come here. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Wow. Followed that thing, that little point or whatever it was. We're blessed by a fish like that. My goodness, look at the size of that thing. Look at the mouth on it. Hello, mommy. Look at the red in there. Boy, it's a healthy fish. Those are them secondary teeth. You can feel them are like saws. Man, is that a chunk or what? I don't know what that fish weighed, but here we go. Easy, buddy. Easy, 19 inches. Look at that little sow. I think we'll finish the show up with this fish. Me and him, but thanks, buddy. Just kick that bass. Is that great or what? So we had another really good day on the water today, another good experience jig fishing. Hope we showed you some different techniques today, some little simple stuff that, you know, my whole goal in this show is to, you know, show you the information that I know. That I know. I don't know if it's going to help anybody or if it, you know, if it's a good thing, if it's a bad thing, but my goal is just to teach you what I know so you can get out there and do what I do. And you know, I'm not freaked out by giving people information. It's really not that big of a deal. I mean, we all fish, we all have fun. This isn't, you know, a tournament scenario. This is just fun fishing. Beautiful lakes all around southern Illinois and central, and even, you know, the whole Midwest. And I just love it. Things like that are what you get in return. So, oh man, that's awesome. Thanks again for tuning in this week. We'll catch you next week. Kicking Bass TV.